Welcome to the Plant City Transportation Talks, hosted by the Florida Department of Transportation. Today is May 21st, 2024. In this presentation's agenda, we will review the corridor study limits, review previous community feedback received, discuss the project development and technical analysis process, and share potential improvements derived from the analysis. The Transportation Talks program is intended to create an open line of communication with the members of the community. Our approach is to have several outreach opportunities, both in person and virtually, to seek input from the citizens who live, work, and play along US 92 from Turkey Road to Park Road and SR 39 from SR 60 to Alexander Street. FDOT held the first Plant City Transportation Talks on November 14, 2023. We are here today for the second outreach opportunity. During this meeting, we will present recommendations developed from the feedback received on the US 92 and SR 39 corridors and seek additional input. The project development process begins with planning. Planning identifies transportation needs and prioritizes improvements by working with the Metropolitan Planning Organization, MPO. Following the flow chart, larger projects will go through Project Development and Environment or PD&E studies, depending on certain criteria. These studies evaluate potential impacts and gather input to guide decision-making. Smaller scale projects can be moved straight to design. The third step is design, where the project's plans are developed and detailed for construction. Once design has progressed to a certain phase, FDOT will start the right-of-way acquisition process if needed. Construction of the project can then begin. We are here before any projects have been identified. Transportation Talks. It is one of the many generators for future projects going into the pipeline with a focus on community concerns. The US 92 segment extends from Turkey Creek Road to Park Road. This segment is approximately 4.4 miles in length. The feedback received at the previous community meeting included 32 opportunities for operational improvements, 27 opportunities for safety improvements, 3 opportunities for aesthetic improvements, and 1 opportunity for a drainage improvement within this segment. The SR 39 study segment extends from SR 60 to East Alexander Street. This segment is approximately 3.5 miles in length. The feedback received at the previous community meeting included 9 opportunities for operational improvements, 9 opportunities for safety improvements, 1 opportunity for an aesthetic improvement, and 1 opportunity for a drainage improvement within this segment. The study team's technical analysis began with stakeholder coordination, where we engaged the community to gain insight about local conditions. Next, we gathered data and evaluated the existing characteristics of the corridor. In addition, we performed field reviews and analyzed crash data to determine possible safety trends. Based on the feedback given and a technical analysis of US 92 from Turkey Creek Road to Ritter Street, the potential improvements include: further coordination and analysis will be necessary to explore the addition of a left turn lane on Turkey Creek Road to turn onto US 92. Adding a bike lane or buffered bike lane to improve safety by at least 30%, according to the Federal Highway Administration, FHWA. Adding a turn lane near Parksdale Farm Market to improve the flow of traffic. Further coordination will be needed to identify the exact location of the turn lane. If warranted, adding a signal with pedestrian crosswalks at Whitehurst Street and Walter Drive. Installing sidewalk where applicable to provide better connectivity and improve pedestrian mobility. Continuing along the US 92 corridor from Ritter Street to North Alexander Street, the potential improvements include: installing sidewalk to provide better connectivity and improve pedestrian mobility within the corridor. Adding a bike lane or a buffered bike lane option. On Thanatisasa Road to turn on US 92, 2 options are available to address the safety and traffic concerns from the previous community meeting. The first option would be to add a right turn only lane while maintaining the current protected bike lane, then updating the middle lane to be a through left turn lane. The far left turn lane would remain the same. This option would have right-of-way drainage impacts. The second option would be to have 2 left turn only lanes and add a through right turn lane. This would require the realignment of the intersections and right turn islands for traffic turning onto Thanatisasa Road from US 92. Upgrade signal timing on North Alexander Street at West Baker Street and at Thanatisasa Road to improve safety and the current flow of traffic. Signal timing optimization could improve safety by reducing red light running and total crashes. From North Alexander Street to North Palmer Street, the potential improvements include installing ornate street lighting through residential areas cast a lower illumination footprint, and the Federal Highway Administration states that lighting can reduce crashes up to 42%. A lighting justification study will need to be conducted for lighting improvements. Adding a 5-foot bike lane with a 2-foot buffer on West Baker Street from the railroad crossing just before Palmer Street to Whitehall Street, and on West Reynolds Street from North Thomas Street to North George Street. The buffered bike lane option would require reconstruction of the current curb, which would impact drainage and underground utilities. The cost-benefit ratio for this option would need to be reviewed. Installing speed tables on West Baker Street before Davis Street and on West Reynolds Street after Davis Street to improve safety by mitigating speeding within this section. Speed tables and raised intersections may be considered only for target speeds of 30 miles per hour or less. Installing stamped crosswalks on the West Reynolds Street and North Howard Street intersection for better aesthetics and improved visibility. This improvement may require coordination with local municipality. Constructing new curb ramp and crosswalk to improve sight distance and pedestrian safety where needed. Adding a shared use path option would improve safety and mobility along the corridor by providing a pedestrian and bicycle facility away from the vehicular traffic. Pedestrian ramps and crosswalks would be upgraded during the installation. From North Palmer Street to Park Road, other potential improvements include installing wrong way warning signs to reduce wrong way driving along the one-way pair. Adding a left turn lane to provide a dual left turn option at Park Road could improve the flow of traffic and reduce congestion. Based on the feedback given and a technical analysis of the SR 39 corridor from SR 60 to Colston Road Holloway Road, potential improvements include adding auditory and vibratory treatment, a safety measure that alerts drivers of potential run-off-the-road occurrences to improve safety by alerting inattentive drivers. Adding a shared-use path option would improve safety and mobility along the corridor by providing a pedestrian and bicycle facility away from the vehicular traffic. Pedestrian ramps and crosswalks would be upgraded during the installation. Landscape options along the shared-use path will require further review to ensure safety requirements are met. Landscaping opportunities along the medians will require coordination with the local municipality. Adding an advanced signal warning sign to improve safety south of Holloway and Colston Road. A review of signal timing throughout the corridor can be reviewed for opportunities of improvement. Adding one right turn lane options at Holloway Road could improve traffic flow by allowing more vehicles to turn right. For the SR 39 corridor, Colston Road Holloway to Trapnell Road, potential improvements include adding auditory and vibratory treatment option, a safety measure that alerts drivers of potential run-off-the-road occurrences to improve safety by alerting inattentive drivers. Adding shared use path option to improve safety and mobility along the corridor by providing a pedestrian and bicycle facility away from the vehicular traffic. Pedestrian ramps and crosswalks would be upgraded during the installation. Landscape options along the shared use path will require further review to ensure clear zone and safety requirements are met. Adding one right turn lane at West Trapnell Road onto SR 39 heading southbound to reduce traffic congestion. This option is dependent on further review of right-of-way. Signal timing modification options on West Trapnell Road to improve the current flow of traffic by making existing traffic signal control systems operate more efficiently. The Federal Highway Administration states that signal timing optimization could improve safety by reducing between 36% to 50% of red light running, 18% to 12% of total crashes, and 12% of injury crashes. The community feedback noted safety concerns about through trucks using Trapnell Road, not pictured. Further coordination with the local municipality is needed to add no truck signs on local roads. From Trapnell Road to Alexander Street, Adding auditory and vibratory treatment option, a safety measure that alerts drivers of potential run-off-the-road occurrences to improve safety by alerting inattentive drivers. Adding a shared use path option would improve safety and mobility along the corridor by providing a pedestrian and bicycle facility away from the vehicular traffic. Pedestrian ramps and crosswalks would be upgraded during the installation. Landscape options along the shared use path will require further review to ensure safety requirements are met. Adding a transition zone option from Johnson Road to Charlie Griffin Road by reducing the lane width from 12 feet to 11 feet, signal speed changes along the corridor to users. The median landscaping will be located to provide adequate line of sight, and coordination with the local municipality on maintenance will be needed. Reconstructing the sidewalk and adding a crosswalk option at SR 39 and East Sparkman Road can mitigate existing flooding. From Trapnell Road to Alexander Street, landscaping opportunities along the medians will require coordination with the local municipality. Adding a shared use path option would improve safety and mobility along the corridor by providing a pedestrian and bicycle facility away from the vehicular traffic. Pedestrian ramps and crosswalks would be upgraded during the installation. Landscape options along the shared use path will require further review to ensure safety requirements are met. Signal timing modification options on the entrance to Lowe's to improve the current flow of traffic by making existing traffic signal control systems operate more efficiently. Signal timing optimization could improve safety by reducing red light running and total crashes. Did you know wearing the right helmet makes a safety difference? Are you wearing the right fit, size, and style for your activity? Visit nhtca.gov for more information. To review meeting materials online, visit www.fdot.tampa.bay.com/project/1010/4529551-1. You can visit each specific corridor breakout tables and share your input regarding the options presented. Study staff is available at each of the tables. Comments and questions for any of the material in this presentation can be submitted to the Planning Manager, Elizabeth Winters, at the email address shown on the screen. In a few months, you will be hearing from us for the location and time of the next Planned City Transportation Talks meeting. For future community meeting dates and information, please visit the website listed here or scan the QR code shown and sign up to receive future project alerts. Thank you for your attendance and for your valued participation today. The presentation will replay for anyone who arrived after the initial presentation began.